He's on the mic and he's ready to go. Noodle on his left, Jess on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Wake and Jake in the morning, Wake and Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Good morning, Bakers. What's going on? Oh my, what a weekend it was. Masters, baseball's hot in the streets. BBD went to a bar. Life is good. Hope y'all had a good weekend. It's just going through our Slack and all the Atlanta people were messaging. Felt outnumbered. Mansplain, Kelsey Wingert. Felt like there was accents in there. Trying to stay away from it. BBD, we've got a game of the night. And I think this worked out well. It's a nice... So much of baseball ended up in the game of the night. The highs and the lows of baseball, especially right now. Let's just do it. The game of the night, the Philadelphia Phillies at the Atlanta Braves. ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. A-Rod Baseball. You got that? Yeah, you got that, BBD. How about Drew? Let's put a smiley on that face. That was a weird kind of free agent signing this offseason. The Braves got him. Matt Moore, former top prospect. Matt Moore with the Rays. Went overseas. He came back pitching for Philadelphia. How about in the first inning, the little monster, Ozzie Albies goes yard. I love that dude. Off to a slow start this year, but how about 404 to right center? He's literally a monster. He's literally a monster. Love him. The hair's kind of a beautiful disaster. It's good athlete hair. You see that guy in public, and you're like, that's terrible. On a baseball field, I think it plays for Ozzie. And then my guy, Doppelganger Dansby, with the RBI single. It's 3-0 early for the Bravos. Phillies bounce back. Gene, BBD's guy, Gene Segura.
Isn't he the best?
Little sack fly there. Little less action, a little more conversation. Till the fourth inning, how about Rhys Hoskins? We're taking him in the John Boy Media Homer draft today. He goes yard, hoping he gets hot in a hurry. He's shown that in the past. And then Sir Didi, Phillies infield. BBD's been talking about it. Sir Didi with the 3-run yacker makes it 5-3 Phillies. The next inning, Acuna with the sac fly. The next inning after that, Freddie Freeman homer. We're locked up at fives. Good baseball. We've got stars of baseball showing off on Sunday Night Baseball. This is a beautiful thing. Freddie Freeman, he tied it up. Bryce Harper, holy smokes, opposite field line drive. He knew he had it. Man, sometimes I forget how fun it is to watch him when he's right. Line drive the opposite way, 410 feet. It is 6-5 Phillies. Speaking of stars of the game, Ronald Acuna Jr. Might hear a lot about him on Talking Baseball later today. 428 to dead center. Just made it look easy. The guy is a beast. We're into the ninth inning, and holy smokes, I mentioned that we covered the full circuit of baseball in this one. Runner on third. Bohm with the double to lead off the inning. Segura moves him over. Didi hits a fly ball to shallow left field. Ozuna comes in on it, squeezes it, makes the throw. He's never had a great throwing arm. He kind of short arms it. It doesn't look pretty. It beats Bohm home. Here's the slide. He's safe. Did he get the foot in there? It looked like a creative slide. They go to replay. I'll say this. The first time I think I saw the replay that just popped up on the screen, I thought there was a chance, like, one of his cleats maybe skimmed the plate.
In real time, it looks like he does.
In real time, it's close. It's right there. His foot basically goes over the plate.
You're the ump that's right there. It's different, but on TV, the angle we had in real time, it looks like it.
His foot goes over the plate. They show the first replay, and even with the first replay, when his foot goes over the plate, there is a little, like, reaction. I thought maybe the cleat hit.
Because I guess he does do, like, kind of the pop-up thing next to there.
And then they show all the angles, and it's just, you can't tell me that foot touched the plate. And I think you can kind of confidently tell me that it didn't touch the plate. And so they called it safe on the field. They basically said inconclusive review. Snicker goes nuts. Mask all over the place. At one point covered his eyes with it. That was pretty good. Bottom 9, I thought the Braves were going to fight back. Neris in, and it was Sandoval pinch hitting, Ronald Acuna Jr. and Albies. So I was like, okay, we might get some action in here. Fly out to right. Acuna ground out, which, hey, that's no sure out. I mean, that was awesome. And then Albies lined out. Phillies win 7-6. Braves fan not happy today. And again, like I said, the full gambit of baseball here. We had the Stars of Stars show out on Sunday Night Baseball. The storyline at the end of the day is that the replay system is pretty broken between the Conforto elbow. I think Tyler Naquin had a home run that should have been a home run called back. There was a couple other things around the league. Phillies win 7-6. They're still off to a good start, 6-3. BBDs Phils. Mansplain Baseball, Kelsey Wingard and Peter Moylan's Braves. 4-5 start for them. Still obviously very early in the season.
And they just won 4 in a row. So
yeah, they were turning
like
it around.
back.
They had the slow start. That would have been a nice one to have.
Yeah.
The game of the night was brought to you by Cushy Dreams. Braves fans might need some cushy dreams after that one. You guys probably already know. I'll tell you again, it's CBD. It's not the Mary Jane. It looks like it, smells like it, tastes like it. It's completely legal. It's CBD. There's a trace of THC that doesn't show up. If you've got sore joints, if you've got anxiety, if you're looking to just chill out and have some literally cushy dreams, you're a Braves fan. Your team kind of got robbed. You're going to want some cushy dreams. You've seen them. Got it right here. You've been watching the vlogs and everything else. I was putting this in my beer. Not recommended by Cushy Dreams. I felt it.
Figured out why.
They got pre-rolls. I mean, this stuff, the grams, it looks like weed, but it is not. I guess mess with a cop if you really want to. Just blaze it in front of them. And then they'll probably, like, take you down to the station or whatever, and it'll be a whole thing, and they'll be like, you kind of baited us, and this sucks. But I don't know if you're really trying to do that. Cushy Dreams, they're the best. Promo code Jake, people. For all my bakers, Jake's Jesters, promo code Jake. CushyDreams.com, Kushy, promo code Jake. Off your next order, 20% off. Give it a try, man. If you're, for me, it took a while to get into the Mary Jane. I was nervous about that. Then I kind of finally found my niche. If you're in that boat, maybe go with the CBD. Try that out. Cushy Dreams, they're the best. We love them. Promo code Jake. Big, beautiful, bodacious baby David. How are you?
I'm great. Cushy Dreams is the best.
They're great.
I've been chatting with them on the side myself.
Really?
Yeah. And we were just saying.
Wow.
We're just a pair, a match made in heaven, you know?
Wow. BBD and Cushy Dreams in the DMs. I did not know that. BBD, how was your weekend? I know you went to a bar with some friends. I was excited about that.
Yep. Sat at a table for 3 hours and went home. Pretty good night.
That's life. That's currently life in the city.
And that's exactly how I draw it up, by the way.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem.
That's city life right now. I went to dinner with one of Jess's friends and her friend's parents. And that was nice. We had a very nice night. There was another friend of the friend there, still keeping up, who had a couple too many daiquiris. He's telling a lot of loud stories. A lot of repeats.
Maybe she wouldn't have said at that volume.
A lot of repeat stories, too. But it was a good time. Everyone had fun.
I got on the train for the first time in a while, because obviously I'm in the city every day to get here, but I drive to here because the Bronx.
Yeah. How was your sports weekend, BBD? I know we watched the Yankees here last night. You watched some Knicks last night. Knicks pulled out a nice dub.
Back to back, nice dubs for the Knicks.
Saturday was the worst Yankees game ever, and that was Friends Day. Was there any other sports attached to it?
I don't recall any more sports being attached to it. My dad's birthday was yesterday, so we went out to dinner Saturday.
Wow.
So we went out to dinner Saturday. Then I went to go see friends, and then yesterday on his birthday they did dinner without me, which is fine.
I like that.
But then I came home and they'd gotten the cake out, so I had to do that before dinner, which is just a very weird vibe for me.
How about that?
At a time in my life, I thought that would not be a problem.
Yeah, that's ideal
But
at a time in your life.
Yeah, it was a weird feeling.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have people maybe start tweeting or maybe leave in the comments your sports weekend. You know, I think we talked about that a little bit early on. You know, we had people comment. You know, they were talking about Chicago baseball last year, and they were like, you know, people in Chicago are rooting for a Cubs-White Sox World Series. And we were like, wow, I would have never
Really?
I would have never thought of that. Because neither of them were kind of favorites by any means.
Yeah. It's one thing if one of them is a favorite and the other's they could go on a run.
Yeah.
I suppose both were kind of in that they could go on a run boat.
Run boat. So, yeah,
I
don't know. Maybe in the comments today, leave your sports weekend. If you went, you know, Saturdays was mastered, and then you check out your baseball team on Sunday, and maybe you watch the basketball. Let me know your sports weekend. I think that's a fun game to start playing. Who had the best and who had the worst sports weekend? Maybe that'll be every Monday. BBD, what do we want to talk? Do we want to talk maybe a little baseball? Maybe chew the fat on baseball a little bit. We do have Talking Baseball coming up after this, the recap episode. Myself, John Boy, Trevor Plouffe, Big Baby David. Let's scroll through quick. What are some of the stories of the weekend? I mean, there was the Conforto elbow. That was what, Friday?
Yeah, that was Friday, right? Yeah. No,
that was Thursday because we talked about
the start of the next series.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit on last week's series recap. That was wild. We never talked about it here. I mean, the fact that there's no common sense rule in MLB replay yet, and with the Bohm thing, I almost get it. That's a tough call. There's a lot going on. It really doesn't look like he touched it.
I fully understand in real time making the wrong call as well.
Yeah. The Conforto thing, I mean, there's really no excuse for that. And then the borderline home runs, they got called back. I mean, that also just makes me feel like we're just dumb. The fact that we still have different bars that blend in behind home run areas. What the hell are we doing? That's on us. If you're the Cleveland Indians and you have the green wall, you can't have green bars right behind it that blend in.
How do we not set that up different?
That's on us. That's on us, people.
I fucked up.
So that's some replay. Looks like our Dodgers swept. No shocker there. Mets Marlins, that got a little Metsy as it getsy. They started a game in the pouring rain, and then they canceled it 9 pitches in. Stroman was looking around what the hell? And then they canceled it, and he was right. He tweeted out, hey, that's, pretty messed up to me. I start once every 5 days, and I do a whole routine, and I get my arm loose a certain way. My body's trained for that. To kind of take that away from me. And fans, man. Did you see that? There's puddles on the field. They had fans in the stands. This was at City on Saturday, I think. Worst baseball day ever in New York City. And they delayed it for another 2 hours. And they had the fans hang out. It's guys.
I didn't even fully follow that day. I guess they finished the game, right? So that's just mean to everybody.
No, I think they canceled it.
Did they? They can't.
Saturday or Sunday? Was it yesterday?
Sunday. I saw tweets.
Am I confusing my days?
Yes, yesterday. It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Excuse me, not Saturday.
Saturday, I remember being the rain day, but I guess it did rain more yesterday.
Saturday just rained in Yankees land. Looks like the Cubs dropped the series to the Pirates. Brewers Cards, those are going to be fun series all year. Brewers got the deciding game there. Giants swept the Rockies, nothing there. Braves Phils, we talked about that a little bit. Braves should have been close to the sweep. Half happy for the Phillies.
Yeah, you
We
want to
like
keep
the Phillies.
The Phillies, I think we all like them. They feel like the easy team to predict will fall off at some point, just out of the divisional race. So I'm fine keeping them around as long as we can.
Could someone throw this pitch? Like
Braves kind of have benefit of the doubt.
I think that's
I'm sure someone could throw that.
the rock star. Like I think if you go from here, put it on top of the two middle fingers there, pinky and pointer, that could be a change up, right?
Yeah. Maybe there's something with like if you can get like knucks under.
Yeah, that's like a splitter. Okay, I'll talk to some pitchers this offseason. We'll work it in. D-backs Reds, nobody really cares. I guess the Reds slowed down. They were off to a hot start. D-backs took 2 out of 3. Athletics took 2 out of 3 from the Astros. How about that? In Houston. Okay, so they're trying to turn around from their miserable start. Rays beat up on the Yanks. Yanks, God, they got to win. They needed it in a bad way. Tampa, the Trop continues to be a house of horrors for them, man. Oh, my God. The Red Sox, baby. Watch out. They're in the mix. JD Martinez is going nuts. He had a 3-yabo day. Devers is doing it. Christian Vasquez, good. Red
Orioles
Sox
scored 9 runs on them yesterday.
Yeah,
But you'll win.
and lost. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Orioles do help, but hey, Red Sox got swept to start the year. Everyone was already ready to shit on them.
Yeah, they're a team that needed to start off well.
Stay in the
Turn
mix.
Their lineup is certainly good enough.
Stay in the mix until Chris Sale's back.
Nuts, I love it.
Stay in the mix until Chris Sale's back, and the Red Sox will be involved with this baseball season.
Like that.
Indians sweep the Tigres. It's crazy when their pitching has a good series because it's almost frustrating but exciting. Like Plesac, 7 innings, 3 hits. Savali, 7.1, 1 earned run. Allen, 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Like, that team pitches so well. It's like, God. Imagine if a team
full
like this
lineup.
had Francisco Lindor.
Someone like that would be awesome there.
Or an outfielder that hit the past 4 seasons. I guess they got Eddie Rosario now, but you
That's
traded
nice.
Lindor.
Got rid of Naquin, who leads the league in homers, which is a small sample,
Yeah.
but just funny.
Mariners Twins. Look like the Mariners took 2 out of 3 from the Twins. How about that? White Sox Royals. They split because of a rainout. Oh, that's right. The Lance Lynn drop dick game. Shuddy. He's the man.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Angels. Angels were at the Blue Jays. Sunday got rained out. Would have been a 4-game set. Angels took 2 out of 3.
We're leaving out a big one.
Yeah?
Musgrove no-hitter.
Who? That's the interleague, BBD.
Yeah.
Padres, Rangers. Musgrove, no. Really cool. The fact he's a San Diego guy.
Like
Traded there.
the Padres growing up.
Hey, I'll eat some bugs on it. I know he was a hot name this offseason. And I didn't fully get it. Like, I knew the analytics from the 60-game season were like, this guy projects to be good.
And everyone, he's like had the stuff the whole time and has been a guy who like hasn't fully put it together for a year. And the 60-game season was kind of the first year that the numbers started to back up
Yeah.
the stuff.
I mean, I'm almost full team. If you're a pitcher in a bad organization, I'm almost going full, like, you get a bye.
Yeah.
Like, between Bundy,
Let's see what happens when you get somewhere.
Musgrove, Glasnow, Arrieta. Is Cobb looking good? I don't know.
I think I
mean,
think at least one start was good.
He was a pitcher before he was on the Orioles. But, yeah, I mean, you're almost... If you're a pitcher in a bad organization, you're basically getting a pass from me. You still very much have to prove yourself after you leave that team. But Awesome for Musgrove. Padres get a sweep. The Rangers, big bad. My God, big bad. Sucks because I want to like Texas. Like, we really like Taylor Hearn. I think their social media likes us.
There's Gibby's there.
Gibby's there. He's our friend.
We like Dahl, who went
Right.
over this year.
There's a couple nice things there.
Bunch of guys we like.
Early on, Red Sox lead
Not
the
cold
AL
sun.
East. Cleveland, lead the AL Central, if you call it that. Angels and Astros, both off to 6-3 starts in the West. Athletics trying to dig out of that hole. National League Phillies, only NL East team above 500 right now. Expect that to change next series.
They've all been beaten up on each other, I guess, so far, right?
Yeah, have we not noticed? Has it been a lot of divisional stuff, or has it just been the East Coast teams doing that? I feel like
At least in the East Coast.
I just saw the Blue Jays played the Angels, but like we were complaining about it in the office. The Yankees have played the same teams they played all of last year.
Yeah, we're dialed into the Yanks, and now they start off the year Blue Jays, Orioles, Rays, Blue Jays, Rays again. I think their first non-divisional game is the Braves, who they got to play last year. And I think end of the month we get Cleveland.
Cleveland. Yeah, that's after the Braves.
So I'm obviously most dialed into that team as far as just knowing their schedule, and I don't know anyone else's schedule.
Okay.
But
NL Central, I think this race is just going to be how it's going to be. The Reds, they got off to a great start. They're 6-3. Brewers 5-4. Cardinals 5-4. Cubs 4-5. Those teams are going to be all right there throughout. That's going to be a fun one. Dodgers off to a casual 8-2 start. Whoops.
and they lost opening day, so 8-1 since.
Oops-a-daisy. Padres are 7-3. They're rolling. And the
Right
Giants. Giants are 6-3. When do they have to play? They host the Reds, so that'll be interesting. And then they do a nice little East Coast road trip. Fish with Arms and the Phillies. And then the Marlins come out west. They host the Rockies. Okay. Giants, keep winning some games. Make us say nice things about you.
And get themselves some wiggle room.
Know what they need to do, BBD? I found it. The San Francisco Giants, their schedule's not too daunting. They've got 2 series with the Padres, but like it's Rockies, Marlins, Phillies, Reds. Like that's not too scary. And then they've got a stretch that is 2 with the Rangers, 4 with the Pirates. So, like, that can be a 5-1 real quick.
Take care of that.
All right, Giants. We're kind of rooting for you. Trev likes all your coaches.
Trev likes your coaches.
Gabe Kapler's a friend.
They have, like, the best returning lineup or whatever. But by the just number of people above average from last year. There's that number you stumbled into.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 7 guys with, like, an over 100
7 starters
OPS.
returning with 100 OPS plus or whatever it was. So, there's a little baseball recap. We'll be deep diving on talking baseball.
And
High noon.
hour and a half.
Probably a minute late if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Trev and Chris Rose doing the 11:45 again. Let's get that to 11:30, guys. We'll push for it again. FaceTime from Trevor Plouffe. Live as we speak. I'm going to answer. Hope he doesn't say anything viciously mean. Trevor, you're live on Wake and Jake right now because we work here. We work.
You can hear me. I'm just testing this setup I got out. I'm out in Florida right now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
How's it look?
You look all right. My phone's not on Wi-Fi, so I've got you coming through just service.
Why you look so high?
High as hell.
Oh, okay, cool.
Was.
See you later.
Cushy dreams. Love you.
See you soon.
And that was former Oakland A's backup Trevor Plouffe checking in. Friend of the pod. That's the baseball. Still no football. I saw you put in the notes. We're starting to get curious about the draft. Maybe next week.
Yeah, I put in there. I think by this episode next week, I will be officially excited for the NFL draft, and
This
I'll
episode
have
next week.
opinions.
Officially excited about the draft. Okay. Yeah, we'll
Or
have
not.
What does the draft fall on a Thursday? Should that be a Bobby
Yeah.
Skinner day?
I think it is the 29th.
Bum, 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 bum. April 29th. So that We should do a...
Bobby come on that morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I call him right now? Just be a John Boy Media call day?
Yeah. Just call Ashland real quick and just see where her mouth goes.
I think stuff's getting excited there. I think because I think the 4 pick is the Falcons, and I think they've decided they're going to hang on to Matt Ryan because I think that was up in the air if they were going to get whichever quarterback falls, whether it's Lance or Justin Fields. So that's got to be getting exciting. I'm in on that. Yeah. Is
the
Bobby
Panthers
coming up? Let's call Bobby.
Just call him. Panthers at 8. They have Darnold now, so they aren't in the mix for quarterback. They can trade back, or if Kyle Pitts is just sitting there, get him a weapon.
We've got some good
options.
Some good internet interaction right now. Chris Rose tweeted out that him and Trevor Plouffe are going live. Eric Kratz replied, "Hire me and Pete Orr to be full-time for the replay booth." Would be hilarious. Chris Rose said then every play a catcher makes, the runner would be called out. Crying emoji. Eric Kratz said, "I'll keep it 100 at all times."
Let's go.
Which, that's a powerful phrase.
I mean, I loved him before. I love Eric Kratz.
He's the man, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he is the absolute best.
Should you and me, Bobby, do like a bad mock draft? Let's see. Call him. See if Bobby... I guess we could ask Chris Rose, NFL Network.
What's going on?
Bobo.
What's going on, man?
You're live on Wake and Jake.
Oh, what's going on, Wake and Jakers?
What's up, dude?
Not much, man. Just pretending to be a college scout watching film, man.
Well, that's part of the reason we're calling. We're do you have a draft plan yet?
For us, it's going to be a lot of live streaming.
Okay.
And obviously, all the podcasts, social media, all that stuff. I mean, basically just kind of cover it as, we're going to be madmen. We're going to be streaming for like 10 plus hours over the weekend.
I love that. Yeah, we were just saying, so the draft falls on a Thursday. We were thinking we could either do a Bobby Skins, Wake and Jake. We could do like a bad, ridiculous mock draft. We could finally pit you and Chris Rose against each other. What do you think?
Let's do it. Screw the draft. Let's do it. Me and Chris Rose do it. He's a football guy. We could do what we did last year with the mock draft.
Okay. All right. We'll start.
We're live right now?
You're live
You're
right
live
now.
right now.
Oh, yeah.
I dig it. Just making plans on air. We can do that.
That's what it is. All right. We'll marinate that and cook that a little more.
I do have some.
Oh.
The Yankees
What did Dave
play
say?
a game at 1 that day.
Okay, Yankees have a
So that
one.
might be messing up our schedule for this show.
Don't tell Bobby Skinner
And
the
it's
Yankees
a
play.
podcast day for us.
No, maybe what we'll do, we'll pre-record something. Like with Bobby, Chris, we could do like a 4-man mock draft and we can debut it or something like that.
Pre-record your pregame Yankees show.
All right, Bobby.
All right, see you guys.
Bye. All right, Wake and Jake, you guys just saw that live. So we'll have some good draft coverage coming up. I don't think Bobby and Chris Rose have crossed paths yet. I think
Bobby has tried.
Bobby's tried to cross paths with Chris Rose.
Yeah. He ats him in the Slack all the time. It's good.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's somewhere between good comedy and scary. We're excited for that. So that'll be coming up. We did Darnold last time, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the football. BBD's NBA. What are what needs to be talked about? Our Knicks got a nice win. RJ Barrett's been killing it down the stretch after Tommy Piccolo did a nice video on that.
Yeah. Yes.
Celtics, didn't Tatum have like a career high? Did he have a 50-point game or something?
I know last night he got to, I'm looking at the wrong doc, like an idiot.
Wow, idiot alert.
Big time dummy. Now it's not even loading.
I saw DeRozan had a game winner. That was cool.
Yeah, that was a big game.
When I shoot it, it goes in.
Celtics. Tatum did get 28 and 10 last night against the Nuggets. kind of a blowout win. Jokic triple-double that I guess didn't matter.
Yeah, Tatum earlier against the T-Wolves had a 53-point game. Overtime, but that still counts.
Still scored them.
T-Wolves in overtime? What's going on with the Celtics, man?
The Timberwolves won a close game last night against the Bulls. Zach LaVine revenge.
We're Knicks fans. Are we nervous that this Knicks thing is starting to come to a head? I don't know if that's the right phrase. They're the 8th seed. They're 27-27.
I don't know if nervous is the right word. I ultimately think they're going to miss the playoffs.
Well, so
like gun to my head.
Aren't they doing that 8-9 playing thing?
There's an 8-9 playing. I think they can, and it goes to 10. I think they're going to be one of those teams in the play-in. The Knicks' last 8-ish games of the year is
still a win.
Brutal.
Yeah, isn't it like West Coast team? Hopefully they quit and stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah, like the last game they get the Celtics, who I'm sure will be resting guys like after the first quarter. But this is the Knicks in May. At Houston, which isn't a big deal, but second night of a back-to-back at Memphis, at Denver, at Phoenix, at Clippers, at Lakers, home against the Spurs, who like just win.
Yeah, we beat the Spurs though.
Yeah, home against the Spurs have a shockingly good record.
Yeah, they're good.
You can't like name many guys on that team off the top of your head. Home against Charlotte, who will be playing very hard and they are good. And home against Boston to round out the season on May 16th.
May 16th.
Before they have to have a long homestand, but they get, Phoenix, the Bulls, who are kind of good now. They're behind the Knicks right now, but they have good players now, Vucevic.
Yeah.
So I don't know, a lot can happen. They play Toronto again, who they beat last night. They play the Lakers tonight. They have the brutal end of the year. But I also, for me personally, I don't care if they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They made their point this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, the Knicks were around the 4 seed a couple weeks ago. I mean, they're still
in the slot.
The Hawks are up there. They still half stink. We'll see. I guess you're right. It is a win. Grizzlies, Mavericks, bottom of the West. Mavericks are starting to win some games, 29-23. That's
They lost last night to the Spurs.
DeRozan. Texas Triangle.
Yeah, the Knicks. This year is a win for me, no matter what. I understand there's people who getting to the playoffs will mean something to them. And I'm rooting for them to win games, and it's April, and I haven't done that in.
It's true.
8 years.
It's very true.
6 years. I think my freshman year of college was the last time I was rooting for them to win games because they didn't own their own pick. So I might as well root for them to win.
I think we did this a couple episodes ago. Who do we think are the MVP favorites as of right now?
Yeah. And we've had guys get hurt and stuff. It was Embiid.
So that was April 7th. Let me see if I can get something better than April 7th. This is 4 days ago. Okay, this website sucks. Total farts. Okay, so we're going to go back from the one. Know who's the odds-on favorite right now? Big favorite. I wouldn't have had this.
I'm assuming, is it from one of the good teams, or is that not?
Yeah, kind of.
So that's
it's tough. I don't want to set you up for failure here. Jokic.
I was about to fucking guess him.
I don't want to set you up for failure.
I was about to lead the conversation he's probably in that conversation statistically, but they're not that good. They're the 4 seed in the West.
That's where I got caught up on the team. Yeah, he's right now he's $1 to win 50 cents.
Wow.
Second right now is Embiid. Third is Harden, and nobody wants to give it to him.
Yeah, and Harden, I think, has been the best player in the NBA since he showed up in Brooklyn. But he doesn't have the storyline. Vote.
Man, maybe Dame or Luka. They've got some.
The Mavericks got off to such a bad start that Luka's kind of. I just don't see him getting it.
If they finish strong, he's got crazy odds right now. It'd be tough, but. Yeah, I can't.
He'll certainly get some votes. He'll be top 5.
Good for Nikola, man. I mean, that's...
Like, Giannis statistically is the same as he's been.
The Joker's story is, like, nuts, man. He's like a chubby, big man, late pick.
Very late pick.
Like, what?
He's, 41st pick?
Like, if he wins MVP, I think that's, like, insane.
Yeah, it's got to be, like, the lowest draft pick to win an MVP ever. That's got to be.
Interested. So he was second round 11 pick, 41st overall in the 2014 NBA draft. Okay, so this seems like a Google search. Lowest draft pick to win MVP NBA. The 15th pick, Steve Nash and Giannis.
Huh.
So, I mean...
That's a big...
We're like tripling that, basically. That's nuts, man. Good for the Nuggets. Good for Joker. That's insane.
What's Jokic like averaging right now?
I was just on it and just left, so I'm in my head. I'm a little internally mad of just how that went down.
I thought you were on it, so that's why I asked instead of just going. 26 points, 11 boards, 8.8 assists. He's really good. My next guess would have been, had I participated in the guessing game, would have been probably Chris Paul. Because when you started hesitating on the good teams, because the Suns, nobody expects them to win, but they are the 2 seed in the West right now.
He wasn't even on that odds list, I think.
Yeah, because Booker's better.
Yeah.
But Paul made the All-Star team straight up, and Booker had to get in as an injury replacement. And just symbolically, he shows up on the Suns, and they're good now.
Symbolically.
He would have the storyline vote.
So there's a little NBA run. I think Talking Knicks gang might get together tonight, tomorrow, something like that. Lakers game tonight. I know the Talking Nets, they did another live event this weekend. Keith and Huddy. So that's exciting. They're still cranking KD with the follow on Twitter. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. KD's always listening. That's a little NBA around the horn. Hockey, still exists. Has there been any outliers? When's the Olympics? I'm in on that.
I assume July, right?
When are the Olympics? That's going to be cool. July 23rd. Ends on August 8th. Is that like a 2-week Olympics?
And they tighten it up a little bit. I mean,
I think it's normally 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that feels a little tight. Okay, so that'll be a party.
Yeah, basketball's gonna be. The basketball Olympics is cool. Forgot about that.
So that's exciting. Olympics are coming up.
Oh, now RJ will be fully deserving to be on Team Canada. That's gonna be cool.
Oh, Canada. Bruins land Hall in trade with Sabres.
I saw a few
Not into
NHL trade tweets come on my timeline. Was their deadline this weekend or something?
I mean, this Hall trade is the number one thing on SportsCenter right now. Taylor Hall. This is huge. This is unbelievable. Don't care. Love you, hockey. Talk some hockey today. BBD. Let's do comment of the day and then bro of the night real quick. Comment of the day. I'm live in the chat right now. Nate Steele, Alex Stupinski, Kay Love, Classy Carlos, Michelle Haley, Jamie Jarrett, a lot of celebs. Jill. Appreciate you guys for being live with us. And bakers, I always ask you guys to bake the algorithm. Last episode, I put an emphasis on the podcast app. We were up to 295. 295 ratings in the podcast, 5 stars, because we're built different, entirely different. You guys are the best. We had a couple left there. If you want a podcast that's full of sex, this is the place to be. 2 sexy men talking sports. What more do you need? That's basically the show's bio. Good podcast. Subscribe. Also, I love Weekly Dumb. Thank you. That was Jude. The first one was just a bunch of letters. Kermit. Jake is a great host. BBD rocks. Watch the pod. It's a good time. Love you. Love you people in the podcast app. In the last YouTube comments, the people were just being nice. There was a couple, why isn't this getting more views? There's a nice conversation. Well, they moved from the main channel, so they're building this up. We're getting close to 2K subscribers on the YouTube, so if you're listening right now, you're not subscribed, would appreciate it. 2K, 10K, 1 million. Those are the goals. So thank you guys. We're really excited. We're building up. We're building up. It's going to be a fun baseball season, fun sports saison. You guys are the absolute best. Manuel Hernandez in the chat right now, and Meth990. So, a lot of friends. You guys are the best. BBD, let's go to the bro of the night. The bro of the night is brought to us by DraftKings. He my DraftKings. Ooh, a basketball DraftKings read. Hello. Final month of the season before the playoffs. Some teams are locks, others are still fighting. At DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook app, you are in the center of the action. $1 into 100. Okay, let's see how easy this is. You bet $1 to win 100 on any basketball team to win their next game. If the team you're choosing hits a 3, you get $100. Okay. So we're back on this. Guys, I'm going to lay it out there. I'm going to go off the script a little bit. You think you might want a sports bet? You're not sure. Maybe you want to dip the toe. What if I told you your first bet, you can bet $1 to win 100? Because that's pretty much what this is. If the team you pick to win hits a 3, 1 3-point shot, you get $100. It's as simple as that. It's only at DraftKings. DraftKings. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code JOHNBOY when you sign up. Turn $1 into $100 in free bets. The basketball team of your choosing hits a 3. That's code JOHNBOY, $1 into $100, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9 with it. BBD, the wise people in the chat caught me on this and could see that I was being a little elusive, especially when I started talking Olympics and other sports. The Masters were this weekend. Very exciting. I didn't get to watch as much as I wanted. Yankees 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. basically, including
and Friday
podcasts.
was 3 o'clock.
Friday was a tough one, too. Did get a dose on Saturday. And, man, the story of the weekend, and he's my bro of the night, Hideki Matsuyama, man. The first player from Asia to win. It's Japanese. And, man, I was trying to think of the comparison because, and it's basically impossible. You know, Japanese media, we've seen it sometimes. We've seen it with Ichiro. We've seen it when you know, different star players come from overseas and the fanfare that comes with it. And even, like, baseball guys who aren't a huge deal, but they are a huge deal. I know as Yankee fans, Masahiro Tanaka, were so endeared to him, and he was a kind of a bigger deal over there than he is here. But, man, that media is crazy, and anytime that you have to sleep on the lead at the Masters and you're someone who hasn't done it before, that is a scary feeling. And, man, the scoreboard got tied on him a little bit. He ends up winning by one stroke. It wasn't the prettiest finish. 15 bogey, 16 bogey, 18 bogey. He had 2 putts to win it, so he took them. But, man, all the pressure in the world. And, dude, it's also this. There's a lot going on in the world still. The COVID stuff's still hanging around. I know we're trying to beat it. I got my first dose of the vaccine. I'm excited to get the second one. The world's trying to get better. We forget, you know, all the Black Lives Matter stuff and the craziness that ensued with that last year. Like, this guy's the first, man. The first to don that green jacket, something that's so important in our culture. And, like, I always tell people when they ask me about golf, I say, I'm an okay golfer. I've got a good swing. I grew up as part of the Tiger Woods generation. Like, if you're a little kid in Japan right now, I think you're going to be part of the Matsuyama generation, and that's really
Might
cool.
have just fallen in love.
That's really cool, man. And he was also the low amateur. He's one of 6 people to be the low amateur the first time they played, and a winner. And that's a really cool name of list. And they were showing him. He was 19. He looked all of 19 at the Masters from Japan, kind of not sure everything that's going on. Really cool for him, man. He had the big lead. It got tight at certain points. And, man, with golf, you're always one swing away. Schauffele was chasing him. He put one in the drink on the par 3. Spieth ends up tied for 3rd. Zalatoris, speaking of low amateurs, he finishes 1 stroke off. Not an amateur. I think it was his first time playing at Augusta, and he goes -9. He collects a little over $1 million. Not bad for 4 days of golf. Zalatoris, a lot of people were enjoying him because he looked like the caddy from Happy Gilmore, so that was fun. So, hey, we'll probably see a lot of him in the future. For now, Matsuyama, I mean, huge, man. Bro of the night. Easy one for me.
Great, bro. And is he who Rob predicted when we?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. So our editor Rob, who does Chris Rose rotation, came in on Thursday wearing a Green Masters hat.
Probably our biggest golf guy.
Flexing a little bit. I'll say this. When I asked him, I was like, who you got? At that point, Matsuyama was already on top of the leaderboard at -3 on Thursday. So, I mean, he gets half points, and then when I made him actually pick someone, he didn't pick Matsuyama.
I didn't hear that part of the conversation.
So, Rob doesn't get full credit, but he was on it. I picked Bryson in my one and done. He ate bugs after having a good second round. Whatever. Over it. BBD, who is your bro of the night?
Jake, my bro of the night. Comes from the highlight of the weekend, the single play highlight, I think. It's Miles Bridges. Threw down the nastiest dunk.
Yeah.
That, I've seen in a while. It's about to play on screen. The highlight is longer than I thought it is, so everyone's just got to be a little patient.
That's all right. We've
Here
got
it
patience.
comes.
Pump fake, drive.
Bang. Clint
Yeah.
Capella on the poster.
Yeah.
And that's just it. That's as good as it gets.
Yeah.
That was coolest dunk in a game I've seen in a very long time. Most ferocious dunk on somebody since, I don't know, that DeAndre Jordan, Brandon Knight dunk.
Ooh.
Has there been one in
Okay.
between?
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's always tough on the dunk scale because you have the different dunks. Some people love the throw-in dunks. Some people need some rim on it. This was a nasty one. I mean, ESPN, they actually did good. They did that 360 where they cut from camera to camera.
Oh, yeah.
And they showed literally every angle, and man, it is a gross one. LaMelo with the great celebration. Good for Bridges, and that team's winning games, so that kind of helps. But yeah, that was you watched that for the first time, and you have a physical reaction.
And he's had a bunch of big dunks.
Becoming a
That
bit
one's
of a
the
dunker.
biggest. Yeah.
Becoming a bit of a
That's
dunker.
cool.
Passing.
Rob says he accepts half points.
Okay, deal. Thank you, Rob. And hey, I love the chat. I love the comment of the day. And Zendino the Great, the John Boy Media legend, said 1 stroke off was Jake's nickname in high school. So I've been had. But thank you guys. You are the best. Those are the bro of the nights. A couple good ones. Big dunk victory for Matsuyama. BBD, what are we watching tonight? I mean, we're obviously in Yankee land. Say that a lot in this section. I don't know. Is it baseball season? Watch baseball, people.
It's good baseball. Let's see what
NBA's kind of in a
See what the
slop
NBA's
right now,
got
if we're
lined
being
up.
completely honest.
Yeah, if you're not locked into a team.
There's got to be a Tuesday night game, right? Haven't we always stumbled into this?
Tuesday, Thursday are the NBA's like marquee nights.
Clippers, Pacers,
Heat Suns is probably the game they want you to go to Tuesday. It's at 10 o'clock. That's brutal.
Celtics, Blazers is the other TNT.
Gotcha.
Guys, watch baseball this week. It's real baseball now. We're a little over a week in. Every team's
Baseball's
played.
been good.
Every team except the Mets, I think, have played, and the Phillies have played 3 series. Like, we're second, almost third time through the rotation. We're about to get the third Garrett Cole start. Like, baseball's live now. There's no more excuses.
Starters, don't have restrictions.
Limits are
kind of
off. Yeah, and
other than like normal.
if you got off to a slow start, it's almost time to come out of it. If you're off to a hot start, great, keep it going. Watch some baseball. Let's see.
Sixers Mavericks tomorrow night feels like a winner if you're looking for NBA. Oh, that's tonight, not tomorrow.
Let's see. Boston versus the Twins. That should be some good hitting. In on that. See, Yanks, Toronto, kind of the same.
Division stuff.
Phillies and the Mets. I mean, those teams should be battling all year. That's fun. Atlanta versus the Fish with Arms. Milwaukee and the Cubs. I mean, that division is always going to be good. Nats, Cards. That's some baseball. Kansas City. Guys, baseball's in a good spot. Cleveland and the White Sox. A's trying to straighten out the ship. Watch some baseball. Let me see if we can get some national broadcasts for you. Boston and Minnesota are ESPN Plus this afternoon. So if you're looking to ignore work for a little bit or whatever you got to do, that could be a nice little afternoon dish.
Phillies Mets tomorrow night is national.
You know what? Watch that, man. It's Nola versus Taiwan Walker. Aaron Nola, if you're a baseball fan, that guy is an absolute gem to watch. He will win you over. Go check that out. Maybe some NBA late if you're still up. Guys, thank you so much. John Boy Media Network, there's so much. Talking Nets, talking Giants. John Boy Jake TV, we're watching stuff. Might be Trevor Plouffe again with us. Talking Yanks, Pinstripe Strong. If you're a Yankees fan, you need to be watching those. Need to. Talking baseball coming up in a minute. Chris Rose's rotation. Stephen Brault. Listen to that while I was getting pumped this morning. Oops. Built different. Subscribe here. Couple breakdowns coming today. Get excited for those. Weekly Dumb tonight when Zach edits us and makes us look good.
Pre-game show.
You guys are the best. Everything on John Boy Media. Subscribe. Share with a friend. I love you.